countries from the world gathering here. And here we are mainly about the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in works by the Chinese writer Mr. Xuemo. Xuemo has written over 80 titles with over 200 editions and have been translated into 28 languages. And he has already gained the international recognition. And his works are mainly about the novels, the spiritual essays, and some cultural summaries. Through his book, you will find your inner strength. Many readers say that Xuemo is not only a storyteller but a life guide. Hi Eva, hello, welcome. Again, it is almost 1 a.m. in the morning. You don't sleep, so you haven't slept yet. So, welcome again. We are not here for entertainment. We are here to remember something powerful that many people quietly forget, that the inner strength. And our channel is dedicated to inner growth, clarity, and quiet strength that allows us to live with purpose in a noisy world. And here we don't just talk about success, we talk about how to remain steady when life becomes uncertain, how to stay true when temptation becomes overwhelming. And tonight, our theme is simple yet incredibly demanding, using dreams to resist temptation. Because temptation is everywhere, it appears as comfort, as shortcuts, as immediate rewards that slowly pull us away from who we truly want to become. Yes, it is afternoon. I just finished my lunch, and I just finished my lunch. Yeah, and usually we will take a little, do some physical exercise, not physical, some working that needs your physical working, like packing the expresses that mostly are the books we should pack and send to the readers. And after that, everyone will take a rest around 1.5 hours. But I'm so energetic, I don't need that long rest. So I will use their nap time for working. And still, I'm going to introduce the book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Among the English editions, I like this book the best. Yes, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart is my best, my favorite. Hi, Red Venom Productions. Hello. I will show my face to say hello to you. Hello. Thank you for your time being here. I'm introducing the Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart currently. And Red Venom, I think you are our old friend here. And after hearing so many introductions about Xuemo's works, which one interests you the most? Which book? Can you let me know? Maybe you haven't started reading yet, but can you share with me that which book are you interested the most? If you start reading Xuemo's works, which one will you start reading as a beginner? Okay, let me know. And Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart is a book about the mind and the nature of the mind. Share with me, read for Vera. And Eva, I haven't started to do, not worry. I will. I probably read the one you pointed to, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Wow, thank you. So, are you also interested in the topics of spirituality? Yes. Okay. Did you do? You can share some experience of the path during the process of the spiritual path. Can you share with me? Share some. Can you share me some of your spiritual experiences? I have very little. Okay, Reverend, very little spiritual experience, but I have had real cases of deja vu, which is to this day I can't explain how. Okay, cannot explain. That's all right. It's okay. And so, reclaim the throne of your heart is mainly about master your mind and master your destiny. Oh, in your youth age years, I would say I obtained spiritual peace. Yes, I think everyone love that. Okay. What is the true mind? That when the loose thought sees, the mind naturally enters the state of the true mind. Hi, I see so many new friends here. Welcome. Our channel is mainly about the inner peace, clarity, self self growth, inner strength. And if you are interested in self growth, you can subscribe to our channel, or you are on the way to inner world. I think you should also follow up. And we are not just about entertainment, but we want to find a peaceful place in this chaotic world. So please subscribe to our channel if you're new here. I'm glad to see people from different of the world, different countries gathering here. And we are making today, currently I'm talking about the nature of the mind and how to master your mind through Xuemo's works. And Xuemo's works are available on Amazon. You can search for Xuemo, Xuemo, Xuemo. And you can make the book Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart transcends the traditional wisdom into practical methods, and you can take it into action. Thus, you can like install a new system for your life. Then you can release your karmic habit and run a new life program. Thus, you change your destiny. Right? So, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart by Xuemo. You can search for Xuemo on Amazon for this yellow book. And thank you for your support. Thank you. So the book name, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. So what is the heart or the mind? Oh, what is that? So what is a heart? What is a heart? Or what is the mind? Have you think about that? What is heart? So there are numerous words about the heart or the mind by the ancient sages or masters. But for modern people, the heart still remains a form of word or text. And about the heart, Xuemo has spoken about it a lot. And what we speak of the heart here, it is not a physical organ, no, nor chaotic mind, nor the heart that is described by the Yogasara philosophy. So you say there is a spirit mind? Yes, I think so, Ravel. Of course, there is a spirit mind. And the mind cannot be catched, I think. You think about where is the mind? Where is it? Heart is strong intentional force. Yes, intention is not physical, right? I agree, I agree. So for what is the mind or what is the heart? And generations of sages and masters have written vast and abundant texts about it. Yet for the most of people in this era, heart still remains only a word. And Xuemo have spoken much about the heart or the mind. And what the heart we speak of here is not a physical organ nor chaotic and restless mind, nor the collection of consciousnesses discussed in Yogasara philosophy. The collection of consciousness discussed in Yogasara philosophy. Rather, it is the subjectivity of the human being. Only a mind that can truly govern itself belongs to us. And the mind can be divided into two kinds, the true mind and the false mind, or the deluded mind. A mind that is genuinely self-governing is called the true mind. A mind that cannot govern itself is called the deluded mind. And when wave after wave surges in, and when the tides of the generation surging in, many people lose the ability of autonomy or to remain self-directed. Their minds fluctuated according to the value system of the era, and even swept away by popular notions of good and evil. And Xuemo once wrote in the luminous Mahamudra, the essence of spiritual practice. You may open your eyes and witness the smoke and the slaughter spread across the world. You may turn on the television and see the bodies of children torn apart by terror and violence. You may look around and ask those who have lost the sanctuaries of their souls. You may quiet your spirit and search for the greed and dreams that torment your own soul. Without doubt, you, I, and all others need a refreshing breeze. We need the smile of wisdom. We need a serene transcendence. And we need a compassion filled with acceptance. Hi, Red Venom. The idea comes first, which does not have physical practice. The idea is showed, then a decision is made, then everything after this is a bit specific. Reclaim the throne of your heart. The idea of red variant. So if you decide to love someone, you will bring them flowers or do nice things. That is specific. I will do both. Why not? Why not do both? Red venom. Okay. Yes. Of course. Haha. Yeah. Hey, what? Hi. If I see so many new friends here, I think I should turn on the lens and say hello to everyone. Hello, thank you for coming by. Thank you. And if you're new here, please subscribe to our channel. We are talking about the consciousness, the spirituality, clarity, self self growth, inner strength here. So we are a channel not about entertainment, but about the self growth and the inner growth. So please subscribe to our channel if you are new here. Thank you. Good blessing from China. And what we are talking here all are based on Xuemo methodology. And Xuemo is one of the most prolific and inspiring author from Western China. He has written over 80 titles, have been translated into 28 languages. And we attended the Frankfurt Book Fair, London Book Fair, Guadalajara International Book Fair, Mexico Book Fair, and many book fairs in the United States. So welcome. Please subscribe to our channel if you're interested in literature, spirituality, consciousness. Yeah. Welcome. Ravana, a personal question. So I know XD is short for some certain words. So what is short for XD? What does it represent? Exactly. It's just example, but if you decide to hate someone, then you will have the disdain, anger, bad actions. No, why do that? First, don't choose to hate someone else. Love. Let's focus on love, wisdom, and you can be very aware and clear of the humanity, but just ignore them. Welcome everything in your life. Oh, okay. Oh, I know. I should take it as like a different direction. Then I know that. I'm describing the heart as a neutral force. The heart doesn't see, hear, or touch. Yeah, your explanation is good. So when we speak of let the heart belong to yourself, it means that we should have a heart that autonomous heart. And Xuemo has spent 20 years in retreat and practicing the Shampakaku, the luminous Mahamudra of Shampakaku lineage. And then he finally has a cool heart that really belongs to himself. And this book is about the insights during his retreat. And the book and the presentation of this book, the publication of this book will definitely offer a reference for those who don't have the opportunity or time to enter retreat. and it may bring a little spark of inspiration and reveal another possibility of awakening. Although the perspectives in this book originate from religious wisdom, but they also transcend religion. And for people trapped in the afflictions of this age, they can certainly play a positive role. And among Xuemo's students, there were those suffering from terminal illness, those those with depression, and those in despair, and those struck by great hardships, and those who had endured countless setbacks, found and they released from the suffering and attained the joy at different level to varying degrees after reading Xuemo's work, and some even awakened to their true nature and entered the state of Mahamudra and became people truly capable of mastering their own hearts and spirits. And the reason why Mr. Xuemo named this book as Spiritual Yoga Series is because his writing embodies the spirit of self-mastery that he advocates. Wow, you just bought the book? Thank you for sharing. Let me share this good news to my team, okay?有一位读者在聊了之后，跟他谈了这个。今天有一位读者在介绍了《让心属于你自己》这本书时候，现场下单了。It was cheap. Yes, it was cheap. Thank you for your support, Red Venom. 他说书很便宜。Okay, I just shared the good news with my team. Red Venom, thank you. Yeah, thank you for your support. So, if Xuemo was a computer with running a program of wisdom, and you are another computer seeking for this wisdom program, then Xuemo's words, then Xuemo's writing are the data cable, and the transmission between you is carried through words. This is why so many readers only simply by reading Xuemo's works have released from suffering and suffer much of their suffering. In Chinese history, there are so many who attained enlightenment through chanting scriptures. The principle is the same. And one master once said that for one who has attained the realized the emptiness, the words flowing forth, flowing from that realization are equivalent to the Buddha's Dharma body expounding the teachings, to the Dharma body of the Buddha giving teaching. This is why this is what we know as the wisdom Dhammasara, manifesting the form of words. The wisdom Dhammakaya, manifesting in the form of words. Hi, I see many new friends coming into our channel. Good blessing from China, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. This is Xuemo channel, and we are mainly talking about the nature and the true nature of the mind, consciousness, and inner peace, clarity. So you can stay with us if you are also on your path to your inner world. Thank you so much. Thank you. And those who, for the friends with the karmic affinity, I will encourage you can further study the Mahamudra Yoga of Shambhakaku lineage, which was seen as pure as the gold. And 20 years ago, when I originally entered into the Shambhakaku lineage, I was astonished by its vastness and profundity. After 20 years of self-cultivation, when I look back, I found that what I got initially is only the key of a treasure vault. Without the 20 years practice and the realization, the key will still remains as a key. And with the 20 years practice and the realization, I can enter into the treasure vault and found how precious it is. And this is also another kind of science that another kind of science urgently needed by the world and by humanity today. And I have made a vow to contribute this treasure to the world to benefit more people. And for those with certain affinity, only by reading some wisdom books with right view, they can release from the suffering and attain joy. Of course, for those who do not necessarily have religious belief, the right view and wisdom carried within the book is still also equally important for them. An additional nourishment for the soul can make their soul stronger, inner life stronger. And for ordinary yoga practitioners, the right view in the book will become the helpful condition or supportive condition for that practice. One must understand that any cultivation without right view can never truly reach completeness, fulfillment. So reclaim the throne of your heart is really important for both for ordinary readers and also the yoga practitioners. The right view is really important, and you can check your status and what is the next step to do with this book. I'm also using this book as my guide and to see what should I pay attention or take care of, or what to do the next step uh, at this level. Hi, if you have anything to talk about of the right view or what is heart, what is mind, the consciousness, or the challenges you are facing in your life, you can share with me, leave your message in the chat section, and let's talk about it. May our space bring you a little peace, clarity, or inspiration. Yeah. But first, we should open our heart and share. Yeah. Hi, anything you want to talk about? Leave your message here. Thank you for your time. Hi, Insane Icon, you come again. Thank you for your time. Thank you. And I will share a little paragraph from the book to you. Hi, Insane Icon. Hello. Hi, Red Fellow. The heart, even though powerful, is only part of the journey. Nice words. Continue your sharing. You are just saying hello and then say bye. But anyway, thank you for your time. And we just uploaded a video over 10 minutes. It is an introduction of Mr. Xuemo. You can review that and know more about Mr. Xuemo. And thank you for your support. So what we are talking here is the book Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. It is one of Xuemo's spiritual yoga series. Okay, rather Verno's message, fulfillment is the full satisfaction of the journey and having a continuous sound mind, such that you don't let mind control the heart. Nice words. You control the heart, your mind is just a tool, but the essence of you is expression of the now. Wow, I like the last sentence. Yeah, you control the heart, your mind is just a tool, but the essence of you is expression of the now. I like I like this. The essence of you is expression of the now. You're already complete. Yes, but still the karmic energy still exists. So actually, the theory is that you're already complete. But if you don't do some certain training, you are driven by the karmic flow. Change begins from the heart. And speaking about the true mind, so do you want to know how to abide in the true mind? Yes, that is true that there's karma, but don't let that part say that you are not complete. Of course, yeah. So do you want to know the 10 methods? You want to know that, right? So how to enter the state of true mind? Wow, I'm reading the book and I'm trying to get deeper inside that. So you bought the Kindle edition, right? So you have started reading. So you bought the Kindle edition. That's 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 why you just place the order and you can start reading. Wow, great! I'm so glad to hear that. Let me share with my team. Very glad. 他买的是电子书，所以他已经开始阅读了，而且边读呢边在线上在线跟我在讨论。Glad to hear that, and I'd like to share the 10 methods of how to enter the state of the true mind with you. And we should know that only when the delusive mind ceases, the mind naturally enters the state of the true mind. But the prerequisite for stopping those thoughts is to remain fully attentive to what is before you, to stay clear and awake, and to continuously observe your inner world. This is what is often called arising vigilance or maintaining awareness. Only when you truly understand the condition of your own mind can you recognize whether you have once again fallen into distraction and wandering thought. Only then can you genuinely begin to quiet those delusions.哎 ，Red Velvet 下单了，我一边跟他聊，他一边下单，然后他现在已经开始读，因为下的是 Kindle，然后他就继续跟我聊。Hi, Velvet, do you know Wendy? Yes, 他应该知道吧？不知道。Yeah, Wendy, give me this present.
Empty box only, okay?
I already ate the chocolates yesterday. Wendy gave me the chocolates for this special day. Yeah. She's my best friend here. Yes, you know why it is a special holiday here? A little secret. This is a gift card. You know? And it is true. 来，看流血，流血，不像，这个还是他的底座呢。看流血啊。In English.
Totally you. I need a camera. I
这是我收到最真心却又最恐怖的那个祝福。So, hi, Red Venom. Oh my God! Wow. Yeah. Very. It is actually a gift card.
我这个也行了。
要不要写是写？有个祝福。
就是
等一下又再瞄我一眼了。Yeah, you know why it is a special day in China? Because today is May the 20th, 520. You know, May the 20th, 520. The number 520 is pronounced as 520 and is very similar to the Chinese word 我爱你, I love you. So 520 is pronounced as I love you in Chinese. So that's why we made it a special holiday. And you know, in academy, all things are not convenient, but I received the chocolates from Wendy. So romantic. Yeah. So romantic, you know, it is a gift card actually. Wow. It is a gift card. It is a secret. It's from the chocolate package. Yeah, it is like Valentine's Day, but no misunderstanding. She's just my best friend here. She's supporting me because I'm going my like downhill of my experience here. So she want to drag me and stay here, insist on my path. Yes, she's very nice. Awesome, yeah. So, okay, let me share with you the 10 methods of enter into the true mind. 好的，元宝老师。然后我跟安东老师说了，我说那张唐卡的像呢，我不是特别喜欢，因为我更喜欢往上荡来的一个声乐的那个图像。我想观想那个也是一样的，反正是一种象征和寓意嘛。所以呢，我就想选一张我更喜欢的唐卡。所以安东老师说可以，他问我喜欢哪张，但是我并不知道有哪一些。那我是到哪里去看那些唐卡呢？我可以选择唐卡。Happy 520 day. Thank you. You get it. You get what I mean. So you should always arising vigilance or maintaining awareness. Only when you truly understand the condition of your own mind can you recognize whether you have once again fallen into distraction and wandering thought. Only then can you genuinely begin to quiet those delusions. And if you notice that delusive thoughts have already arisen, how should you deal with them? Do not use another thought, such as the suggestion, I must stop thinking, to suppress them. Simply continue doing what you should be doing and treat those thoughts like passing travelers. You are full aware of their arrival, yet you don't engage them, nor become intimate with them. You simply watch them quietly as they leave. Watching the returning wild geese, lightly touching the strings of the lute, at ease in every gesture, letting the mind wander into the profound mystery. Allow thoughts to come and go on their own. And in this way, those thoughts no longer disturb your mind, and you avoid creating even greater waves by trying to force one wave down. In other words, you will not destroy your own inner peace through an excessive struggle between what is true and what is false. For example, imagine you are writing a proposal for a project, and because you need reference materials, you go online to search for related information. But while searching, you suddenly notice some news that interests you, and you think maybe I'll just take a quick look. So you begin browsing. Then while browsing, you remember something you wanted to buy. So you open a shopping website. After wandering around for quite some time and finally preparing to pay, you suddenly remember that you were originally supposed to be working on the proposal. You glance at the clock and realize that several hours have already passed, and because of that, you fall once again into self-blame. So it is not teaching a harsh suppression of thought here, but rather the ability to remain awake and conscious. Many people believe spiritual practice means eliminating thoughts entirely, but the real issue is not the existence of thoughts. It is being endlessly dragged away by them. One thought hooks another thought. One web page opens another web page. One desire awakens another desire. In the end, a person is no longer living in reality, but inside a constantly drifting mental state. The true awareness is necessarily entering, not necessarily entering some mysterious meditative conditions. It is knowing in every moment of ordinary life what you are actually doing. When eating, you know you are eating. When working, you know you're working. And when emotions arise, you know emotions are rising. And the simple knowing is actually a profound power. Often people 武威这边住院是吗？然后还有多久记得？是不是我上次请的那个佛陀的那一张，佛陀的一生的那一张也正在途中同一批过来呢？Well, the second time the network doesn't work so well and it was shut down. Hi, anyone in the live stream, if you have any opinion on how to abide in the true mind, what do you know about the false mind or the delusive mind and the true mind? Leave your message here. We can talk about it. And if you have any practice methods that can enter into the true mind, share with me. Yes. Share with me. And so the simple knowing is actually a profound power. Many times people are not defeated by the world, but by their own uncontrolled attention. And the most dangerous thing about modern society is precisely that it is constantly fighting to capture human attention. Therefore, the ability to remain present, stay awake, and allow thoughts to come and go without being carried away by them is already a very high form of cultivation and inner discipline. Why does this happen? Because you become captivated by the very first thought. You follow it and then follow the countless thoughts that arise from it, drifting out farther and farther away until you completely forget what you were originally doing. Right, Valon. Well, I think the true mind is a mind that does not listen or fear to what is below or in the darkness. It knows because it can discern from darkness and light, because the true mind is light. Wow, I think you know you have your own understanding of spirituality. How long have you been on your path of the spirituality? 我得找到我的牙套，把我牙齿有点松动。Probably my life, but I would not say that I have been absolutely perfect or perfectly practicing. I'm just try to understand. But you have very nice insight from your thing. In more like a perceiver of what is around me. Yeah, I like this description, perceiver of what is around me. In more like, okay, and the true mind is not, to me, it's very hard to achieve, not because it's hard, because we make it hard, and a lot of the time we don't know why. Okay, then I should share this with you. So the best way to deal with delusive thoughts is not to follow them. Let thoughts arise without attachment. If you have never truly observed your inner world, you are not even sure how to observe. Then begin simply by paying attention to your thoughts. And no attachment to bad thoughts. And keep your mind awake and clear. Never allow yourself to drift into absent mindedness. And remember at every moment that the past cannot be changed, while the future is built entirely upon the foundation of the present moment. Therefore, calmly devote yourself to what is before you right now, and pay attention to every voice that arises within your heart. But do not treat those inner voices as commands that must be obeyed. At the same time, this listening should not become overly deliberate, because excessive effort itself can become another form of delusion. And the purpose of listening is not to follow. It is not to use one thought to suppress another thought, nor to create a new inner conflict. But why pay attention to the left thought instead of directly? So why? Yes, I got it. True mind does not look down and listen. The true mind knows. So if someone brings you down, you don't waver because you know the value of your self mind is already a precious. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So remember, the purpose of listening or viewing is not to follow. It is not to use one thought to suppress another thought, nor to create a new inner conflict. But why pay attention to delusive thoughts instead of directly recognizing the true mind? Because for beginners in the practice with observation, directly recognizing the true mind may still be difficult. The true mind transcends concepts, so it cannot easily be understood through conceptual thinking or intellectual study. Even if for a few brief moments you are already abiding in the state of true mind, you may not dare to believe it, or you may not recognize it at all. This passage is actually pointing towards something extremely profound. The true mind is often so simple and quiet that people overlook it completely. We've have become deeply accustomed to stimulation, emotional turbulence, and the constant pulling of thoughts. So when a state of stillness without attachment, anxiety, or conflict appears, people often think that nothing is happening. In reality, that may already be very close to the true mind. That is why the text emphasizes that there is no need to forcefully manufacture some special spiritual state. What truly matters is clarity and wakefulness. A clarity that is not dragged away by thoughts, an ability to recognize that thoughts are arising without becoming controlled by them. So the problem of modern people is not an inability to think, but an inability to stop being carried away by thinking. True freedom is not the absence of thoughts, it is remaining awake even while thoughts continue to appear. At that point, thoughts become nothing more than clouds drifting across the sky, and for the first time, you begin to see the sky itself. And have you think about that? What is true happiness? Yes. And so the freedom is not the absence of thoughts; it is remaining awake while thoughts continue to appear. Yeah. And uh, what is the true happiness? So, and the first step toward happiness, if I remember correctly, Red Venom, you're from India, right? Oh, happiness comes and goes, but joy is a memory that is forged like stamp. Nice expression. So very few people truly find the answer. What is happiness? Although we constantly try to. Oh, you're from the United States. Okay, thank you. I think it's been very late. It's been very late in the United States, right? Yes, it's late. I know I do the 11. Thanks for your time. Oh, no problem. Thank you. So we constantly try to create happiness through countless methods. In reality, we pay far more attention to the causes of our unhappiness. So what exactly are these causes of unhappiness? Most of them are illusions constructed by delusive thoughts. Yes, I also experienced that I know all this suffering. There is no real issues or problems or challenges in the real world, but there is what makes you suffering are all the thoughts, the delusive thoughts. And the suffering created by those thoughts felt so real that we could no longer step outside and look at the situation. And I can see myself swallowed by the delusive thoughts, and I feel like very depressive. That is why when they give me the chocolates to make me happy, so the delusive thoughts feel so real that cannot respond with gratitude or understanding. Chocolate is good, yeah. So very often that what truly torments people is not the event itself, but the endless and interpretation and amplification of that event within the mind. And a tiny spark eventually becomes a massive storm within the heart. Just you are swallowed by the delusive thoughts. So many things are not destroyed by one major event, but by endlessly accumulated emotional interpretations inside the mind. So this is why the book says that the first step toward happiness is not desperately chasing happiness, but calming the storms within. When the inner world is constantly turbulent, even the most beautiful external conditions cannot bring genuine happiness. And a truly mature person is not someone who never experiences emotion, but someone who can see the storm clearly as it arises. And we can recognize that what is hurting me right now is not merely the event itself, but also the endless associations in mind my mind is creating. And once the awareness appears, a person slowly begins to step out of the emotional current. Then you begin to realize that many so-called prisons were first constructed within the mind itself. And the true freedom is often not about changing other people, but about no longer allowing your inner world to remain out of control. Yes, you agree. So all suffering actually comes from the thoughts. And so the true freedom is not about changing the others or changing the circumstances, but about no longer allowing your inner world to remain out of control. And the so-called causes are often things that ended long ago, existing only in illusory images and echoes within memory. Like fragments from a movie, most of what makes people unhappy are unreal and illusory thoughts, marriage-like appearances that we mistake for reality, clinging stubbornly to these false delusions. So in truth, all distinctions, along with the pleasure and pain they bring us, are nothing more than illusory appearances. Hi, Triddle. Hello, welcome. Sensations are everything. Wow. More. More messages. And yes. Yes, leave your opinion here in the chat section. What do you mean by sensations are everything? You know, Xuemo always say that do things as though using a colored brush to paint across empty space, fully focused on while painting, yet letting go completely once finished, leaving in neither the mind nor the emptiness burdened by attachment. To feel is to know. Well, like short, short sentence, but makes sense. Thank you for sharing, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You know, your sentences are like the quotes from like famous masters. When you quiet yourself completely, suspend all mental activity, and carefully observe your inner world, you will discover that the pain which once felt so real seems to vanish. Your heart becomes empty and vast, as boundless as the open sky. And when all delusive thoughts come to rest, and your awareness remains clear rather than dull, and you are still capable of subtle observation, the true mind may reveal itself. It is like the clear sky appearing after the clouds have dispersed, like the wind becoming still and the waves subsiding until the sea reflects like a mirror. So when the delusive mind ceases, the true mind appears, and it is empty and still, yet luminously aware. radiant with the inherent light. The true mind is empty and still, yet luminously aware and filled with light. It is like a crystal capable of reflecting light, transparent and pure, yet alive with vibrant energy. Okay, all these philosophy or idea based on Xuemo methodology, and just now we are introducing the book Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. This book is available on Amazon. You can search for Xuemo, 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 for this yellow book. And Tyre's message, you believe it, sounds like a quote from Master. Yes, it is a quote from one of the many who had once lived. Symbols a lamp. Okay, thank you for sharing. Thank you for the wise quote sharing with us. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I hope you can also enjoy Xuemo methodology, which will bring us to true mind and bring us inner peace, inner clarity. And we are talking about the clarity, consciousness, spirituality, Xuemo methodology, and all found in the books by Mr. Xuemo. Xuemo is one of the most prolific and inspiring contemporary Chinese writer from Western China. He has already written over 80 titles with over 200 editions and have been translated into 28 languages. And many people say that his works can illuminate people's inner light. Hope you can also find your inner clarity and self-strength through Xuemo's works. Thank you. And Red Venom, thank you again for for reading Xuemo's work. Thank you. Hope you will enjoy it, and hope it will bring you more clarity in your life. And maybe we can go together on the path of the inner world. Hope we all can realize the fulfillment and reach the ultimate liberation. Thank you. Thank you, Red Veron. Hope you have a good dream, nice, sweet dream. Reading from this you present currently. Okay, Trito, thank you for sharing, and hope we can talk more during the next live session. Thank you. Wow. Oh, good. Then good blessing. Good blessing, because many readers among most readers, they already published their own books, because there is a power, energy from Xuemo's work. Because he is the one who has the words wisdom. Yes. So it will bring you the same energy and the same wisdom. It is like the transfer, the data transfer. Yes. Okay, thank you, Red Venom. Thank you so much. And Tai Trito, let's talk more in the other live sessions. Yeah, there are 2 live sessions every day for me, and we are doing the live stream every day. Thank you. Bye for now. Thank you. See you next time.